Welcome back to TBB,
aka the bestie bonus.
I'm Morgan.
I'm Taylor, and I'm back. Hello, everybody.
Back.
She's back. The bitch is back.
The bitch is back. She needs a little hand. We need our hand.
Yeah, we're doing a little hand magic. If you're watching on YouTube, we're back on. Well, Morgan's been killing it on YouTube.
Yeah, barely, guys.
We will talk about everything and where I've been. More at the end of this a little bit, and then mainly on Thursday's intro. But I really just needed, this is the first thing me and Morgan are recording. It's the Monday of the week that this all comes out.
You'll hear this tomorrow?
You'll hear this tomorrow, probably a little bit later than normal, because your girl's got to go to bed as soon as that sun goes down. I went to bed at 8:30 last night.
Dude, I'm so jealous.
Daylight savings?
So jealous. I didn't even get to appreciate daylight savings.
Yeah, you haven't.
I was at the bar and I watched the clock turn back.
Oh, but that's so fun though.
No, it's not, because
it used to be when we were young.
It was fun when we were young.
Yeah.
But then I have a husband. It's only one.
But it's one again. Oh, shut the fuck! I need to go to bed.
Get home now.
I gotta go home.
Anyway.
But we'll talk more about everything a little bit later in the episode. But I just wanted to get like normal again, talking on mic. Clearly, I'm doing a killer job so far.
And you look fantastic.
Thanks, guys.
The slick back is killing it right now.
I had to, lift up my cheeks a little bit. Still got some weight on me, but we'll be okay. We'll talk about it more later.
Beautiful. And we
Thank
look like
you.
twins.
We do. We blacked out. Morgan colored her hair black, and I'm obsessed with it.
Yeah,
well, I really
think it's
do
gonna
like
wash
it.
out. I think it's gonna get lighter.
I think you should keep it back forever.
Oh,
I really like it.
Look at it with my eyebrows though. It's really
it looks real. This color
is crazy
because you've done dark before, but you've never done this glossy of a dark, and this glossy of a dark is it. That's the one.
I feel crazy. It was great for Halloween. It was great with my outfit, but like I feel.
And it makes you question everything that you have in your closet because when you color your hair, because you're like, nothing fits my new color palette except for black.
Exactly.
I get it. Anyway, so I have concocted an entertainment for you guys, mainly of the things. So you're going to be like, this is not new news, Taylor. Bitch, I've been gone. And I've been wanting to talk about this stuff with you for the longest. So there's some things that are new, some things that are old, mixed into the things that like me and Morgan needed to talk about on mic. And obviously like Morgan's having to host with our amazing host that filled in for me. Like, oh my God, I have so much that I'll talk about again on Thursday, but I just kind of want to jump into it. So let's do this entertainment. We got a different little like layout for you guys this week because I love how, which I got some beef with ABC right now. So I'm really struggling. I haven't even been watching Good Morning America. I've been not only boycotting WATE, but ABC as a whole at this point, which is actually one of our stories. So we'll get into it. All right. So the first one that we have, it's one of our shorts. Me and Morgan are just we do 2 shorts, 1 long. And that's how the order of this is going to be. And basically me and Morgan are just going to read through it, comment on it, move on, but then we have the long ones where we'll discuss at length because okay, you can't. No one else. These short ones are not gonna be short.
Yep.
So story number 1 is Kim Kardashian versus NASA drama,
and that is news to me.
And what? And who thought this was gonna be a headline?
No, that headline is actually crazy.
So in a recent episode of The Kardashians on Hulu, Kim tells her new co-host from Allsphere, which actually comes out today when you're listening to this, November 4th.
Podcast? Question mark?
No, it's a new show with Sarah Paulson.
About
it's like it's a Ryan Murphy.
Is it about like a true crime case though?
I think so. Like I think she's a lawyer in it. I don't know much about it. Obviously like I've been
well I ran out of
socials,
show, so
and it's coming out. I don't know. I'm assuming it's coming out on Hulu because she does like that.
Yes.
But I'm like so mad at Hulu, ABC. I'm
Disney,
like really struggling. So whatever.
YouTube.
One thing I will not boycott is Dancing with the Stars, but we're going to get to that. Anyway, so on a new episode of The Kardashians, Kim tells her new co-star from Allsphere that releases today when you're listening to this, Sarah Paulson, that she does not believe that the moon landing was real.
Okay, T, babe.
T, like never knew that. Didn't know we were going all the way there.
Does Kim Kardashian listen to
the podcast?
Crimes?
Well, the acting administrator of NASA, Sean Duffy, took to social media for no fucking reason at all. And look, you'll get why I say that because when I'll read you this tweet, he tweeted, quote, "Yes, at Kim Kardashian, we've been to the moon before, ... 6 times. And even better, at NASA Artemis, I think that's how you say it, Artemis, whatever, is going back under the leadership of at POTUS. We won the last space race and we will win this one too. Calm down."
Okay, what space race are you guys in?
Well,
I thought it was Mars, but you're saying we're going back to the moon under the orders of POTUS?
So I don't know what Artemis is.
I think Artemis is their
Is it
their
a robot?
ships. It's their like
Okay, but
Artemis
let me tell you
like
this.
Apollo.
Did we not just have someone stranded in space? Two people stranded in space forever. So why don't y'all just figure that the fuck out before we enter another space race?
And that was just the space station.
Yes. So calm down, everyone. And then also, like, why are you, Sean Duffy, commenting on what Kim Kardashian is saying?
Yeah. Bothered much?
What are you doing? Like,
wait, that's crazy.
Don't you have busy things that you need to do? And you're only the acting administrator. I don't even know like the extent that goes, but I just thought, how fucking dumb.
So there
to
was
comment on Kim Kardashian
recently, like maybe a week or two ago, there was recently a headline, and it was like a little video snippet from some sort of like seminar with NASA, and I don't know who the speaker was, but the clip went viral. And in the clip, it was them saying like, talking about going to the moon, but someone slips up and says, we will finally be going to the moon for the first time. And everyone's like, wait, what?
I'm sorry, what? Oh, and Kim Kardashian came out with all the she was telling Sarah Paulson, she was like, I mean, just get on TikTok. And everyone was like, really? That's what you want to say? Get on TikTok? I mean, that's where the conspiracies are. Right. So, and she was like, the boots, they're not the same. The flag is da-da-da-da. There's no, and she's just like listing off all the classic conspiracy things.
That.
Do I believe the moon landing is fake? You guys know I'm torn on it. Morgan's 100% on board. And if you haven't listened to that episode that we covered,
it's a good one.
Immediately go find it because it is a really good one.
And that's the only thing that has Taylar torn. Because before you were like, you're not covering that.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yes.
You're like, there's no way.
Up until Morgan covered it, I was like, I think that is the dumbest fucking. It's like birds are real to me. Yeah. And then when
birds are real is also great conspiracy theory.
Great conspiracy theory. You're right. Okay. Anyway, so moving on to the next story, number 2. This is a rumor that's been going around, but you guys know I'm always going to weigh in on any like news anchor, mainstream media drama that we've got going on, and that is that Gayle King, which she has been in the headlines for many, many years because she's literally like one of the longest CBS morning hosts.
She the one that went on?
She was on Blue Origin with
Benzo. she was on Benzo.
Yes.
That's not what I meant to say. Bezos' spaceship.
Not us like starting a whole lie right here. But there's a rumor going around that she would be leaving CBS next year, aka being kind of pushed out of CBS. This all came from an October 30th Variety article that reported CBS morning host Gayle King could step down next year to take another role within the network. But CBS News very quickly came out and denied this, saying there have been no discussions with Gayle about her contract that runs through May of 2026. So her contract does renew in May of 2026. Now, this is interesting because it had to have come from like where there's smoke, there's fire with something like that. Sure. So that's really odd. And it's weird to me that it follows this big push for, or like, I don't want to say like resurgence, because Gayle King's always been fucking Gayle King. You know what I mean? I'm Oprah Winfrey's like best friend. Like she's always been Gayle King, but I just find it really weird that they're starting to make like little rumors about her since the Blue Origin situation. And like say what you want to about anything that's going on with Bezos and Amazon and all the things. Leave that out of it. We're talking about Gayle King right now because Gayle King's always been that bitch and will forever be that bitch. She's 70 years old, one of the longest running morning news anchors for CBS. There's a long list of amazing female journalists and reporters, and she is on the top of that list every single time. But I find it weird that we've had two mainstream like older women being kind of like pushed around in the media with like little drops of like
the other part of
things.
me though is like, did Gayle King hire a publicist to throw this rumor out there that way she can retire?
Maybe she's over it. But you know what, it's crazy because I guess you have to think what we're going to talk about with the YouTube versus ABC Disney right now. It is really interesting that it came out in the wake of this because, you know, last time that we did like a mainstream media conversation on entertainment was with Huda from NBC, Today's Show. So really weird, really interesting. And I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of stuff shaking up within mainstream media, not to mention the fact that like they are under major scrutiny all the time because of everything that's been going on. Not even scrutiny, but also just like wondering what the fuck's happening because of the, you know, the way that this new administration has been handling having news reporters and getting asked questions. So that's all I'm going to say about it. Just found it really weird. You know, I'm never going to miss an opportunity to talk about these girly pops on the mainstream media, but just interesting.
Honestly, like if that's what she wants though, like I'm here for it.
I'm here for it because she's been that bitch forever.
Her out,
and if she wants to like have, I could see her having a talk show. Like Gayle King could run her own whole talk show, but I feel like that space is kind of dwindling in a way, and it's mainly for clips, you know? So what they would get from. I feel like that would be really appealing to an older crowd.
Because you can't fucking get channels anywhere anymore.
Exactly. Not even on cable even. Like, good luck to you. So moving on to story number 3, our big story, something that a lot of people have been talking about, and this is a crime case in itself, but King Charles has stripped his brother of all royal styles, titles, and honors. The third child of Queen Elizabeth II and younger brother of King Charles III, formerly known as Prince Andrew, is now being referred to only as Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, as he has been stripped of all of his royal and military styles, titles, and honors by his older brother, the king, due to his undeniable relationship and connections to Jeffrey Epstein and the allegations against him by Virginia Giuffre, that she was trafficked to solely have sex with Andrew while underage by Epstein and Maxwell. This is all following, unfortunately, and trigger warning, Virginia's suicide on August 25th, 2025. So literally 3 months ago.
Holy shit.
In Australia. And by the way, just before anyone, because that's immediately when her suicide hit the news and everything, immediately everyone's mind went to the fact that, like, oh my God, was it really that? And her family, who I believe might have been the ones that found her, said 100%. And there was maybe or maybe not a note left behind, but I'm going to circle back to this here in just 1 second. He has also been kicked out of the Royal Lodge where he's been living, which is the Windsor Mansion, where he currently has been living with his ex-wife and is being relocated to the property on the Sandringham estate until he can find his own accommodations. For those who don't know about who Virginia is, in 2014, when she was 31 years old, she came forward alleging that she had been, and there's a whole book. She wrote a book. Apparently it's amazing. I haven't had the time to read it, but I've heard that it's if you want to know more about this, that's where you want to go. In 2014, at 31 years old, came out and alleged that she was trafficked at 17 by Epstein and Maxwell solely for their good buddy at the time, Prince Andrew, whom immediately denied any and all wrongdoings or connections to Virginia. This goes on and is so bad that by May of 2020, Andrew has to step back from public roles. And then from August 2021 to February 2022, he was the defendant in a civil suit brought against him by Virginia in the United States for her sexual assault, which they settled out of court with an undisclosed amount of money that he paid her, aka hush money. And he gave her this money without any admission of guilt or liability, which is kind of like one of those plea deals where, like, if this wasn't out of court and this was like in court and it was a criminal lawsuit, it would be one of those where it's like they do a plea deal but they don't ever have to admit wrongdoing. Maybe or maybe not Brian Koberger did that. But I think that's who it was that did that. But anyways, after which his mother, so when all this came out and they agreed on this out of court settling that they were going to do. The Queen was still alive. Queen Elizabeth II removed his honorary military affiliations and royal patronage, I think that's how you say that, ceasing his use of the style His Royal Highness. And that was a month before, so in January of 2022. So she did that, then it came out that they settled.
Wow.
Right.
Is that all you have?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, it's just crazy that, that this lines up with the Epstein list, because according to the United States of America's government, the Epstein list doesn't exist.
Well, it's really funny.
Fake, it's made up. So.
That earlier today, President Trump came out and said that he feels so bad about the situation. He's sorry for the family. This is a fucked up situation.
For the royal family?
Yeah.
Well, hate to break anyone's fucking balls, but the royal family, he cannot be the only one on that list.
Exactly. There's so many. This list is so nasty. It
would split the world. No, tear us down. And I want it.
And if that's what the whole run, even the people who are the number one supporters of this administration are even angry about the fact that this list hasn't come out, because that was the whole campaign. I mean, one of the main points of the campaign, at least.
Now all of a sudden it doesn't exist. It was
and
fabricated.
Then we feel bad for this family.
It was made up years and years and years. I mean, when was Jeffrey Epstein arrested? Like 2013,
2012, 2011?
Like, it was a while ago.
Yeah, because she came out in 2014, so it was either 2011 or 2012. I can't remember how early it was.
So this has been an ongoing investigation for over 10 years.
Yes.
probably longer than that, obviously, to even put him behind bars.
I mean, to get him behind bars, that shows you that this and who's involved in this.
And it's just been fabricated all that time. All those people
bullshit.
Are like, yeah, no, this is fake. We just like to write it down. That way it looks like we're doing something at work.
Exactly.
Bullshit.
And you know, the thing that for me is like, I hate that it took this long. But what I'm even more sad about all of it is that like, the queen had to do that like as one of her last things that she did. She had to strip her own son. Like, what a nasty fuck that you have to think like, I raise a son like that. Get the fuck out of here. But at the same time, look what her king baby did.
Right.
What happened to Diana?
Right.
Okay.
And I would probably bet some money his name's somewhere around there.
And we know it is list. When we covered that, but I bet he's on the list somewhere. You know, sorry to say that, not to make any allegations against someone, but this list has been the topic of so much conversation. And then we are seeing that they are making moves. In my opinion, I feel like this is everyone prepping for it to eventually be released.
Yeah.
Because you can only hide it for so long.
Why would he carry through his mother's wishes right now?
Yes.
What happened
but I think the mom I think Queen Elizabeth protected him for as long as she could, because it would be so like, why would she want to tarnish her amazing like time as queen?
Is there ever a world where a royal family gets removed and a new royal family gets placed in?
Like, well, that's happened, but it never goes like that. They just change government, and it no longer is like a royal family. Like this has happened in other countries where it's like been disgraced. I want to say it was, I don't know if it was Spain or is it another, because I was reading something about this happening in another situation. Shit,
the Windsor family's got lots and lots and lots and lots of drama the last 15 years.
Well, that, and it's just
longer, but like conspiracies really last 15
this
years.
Is just so wild because to me it feels like they're prepping for a release, because like I was just saying, you can only hide this list for so long.
Why hasn't it been leaked?
Because people's names are on it that are major world leaders at the current moment.
But like some Joe Schmo that's down bottom floor of the house, like
no one has that. And you'll get fucking killed. I could say that confidently. They will get fucking killed.
Yep. We need Olivia Pope on it.
Yes, ASAP. Anyways, that's the crazy shit that's been going on for a long time. And this is the first time we've ever really had like a major comment at the very least on Jeffrey Epstein and everything that's been going on with this list and all that. But okay, so next stories we have, let's go back to where I was talking about at the beginning, YouTube TV versus Disney, or Google versus Disney. On October 31st, all Disney channels and networks were taken off of YouTube TV. That includes like ABC News, ABC Live, ESPN, Freeform FX, Disney Channel, Nat Geo. The list goes on and on and on and on because it's fucking ABC. Due to a failure to negotiate contracts with Google, head of YouTube TV, claiming that Disney is, quote, being unnecessarily aggressive, asking for rate hikes that Google is just not willing to agree to. I'm on Google's side with this.
100%. They already charge so much. They cannot ask their viewers to pay more to accommodate fucking ABC.
No, and they've already raised their prices.
And ABC, you've been pissing everyone off. Like, you don't get to have big balls right now.
No, you have been on fucking ice, thin ice for a minute. Don't think that just because you got Dancing with the Stars coming back good that we're going to actually forget what the fuck has happened over the last few years. But let me say this, and I've had a problem with the way ABC's been handling business, even with local networks, because they syndicated the majority of their programs, which means that you have to like pay for not only the licensing to run them, but then the extra licensing. Example one being Kelly and Mark, which you guys know. I literally stopped watching WAT because they took it off and they replaced it with Good Morning Tennessee. I'm not fucking watching that.
No, terrible.
Trash. And they're like letting go of all these talk shows and stuff. And I love talk shows. I think talk shows are really just like the epitome of what we want to see on TV. And if that doesn't show true with the way that podcasting is the way that it is, like, we want to hear people talk in a free space. And yes, of course, we want to watch the news because
without fucking cancel culture, without being censored by the network.
Yes.
Like,
it's just,
we're all about the First Amendment and the Second Amendment and the Third Amendment until we aren't.
Until we're not.
Until it doesn't.
Until you don't get paid the right amount of money.
Yeah.
And, you know, here's the other thing, too, on top of it all. Here's what I read. Okay, now, in defense of Disney with ABC is that allegedly YouTube TV, Google have been doing like they're essentially changing the way that TV works. And we have known this. They are the first major players to come out and really kick cable in the ass.
Right.
So it's been a big transition, and a lot of people have been having growing pains with it, of course. But they also have been playing apparently like hardball with the way that they do their sponsorships, because when you watch, you get a few of the network commercials, but then you get the like ad break through YouTube TV.
Yep.
And so apparently that's been pissing a lot of people off, because then it takes away money from the networks. Oh my God, we don't want to watch commercials anyways, to be quite honest. So just everyone fuck off. But then on the YouTube TV Google defense, apparently Disney just bought Fubo, F-U-B-O, not Furbo.
Tubi?
No,
Fubo. I've seen that. Yeah.
I've never heard of it.
Is it orange?
I have no idea. But apparently they're the number one competitor of YouTube TV. So it makes sense to me that Disney wants to own the biggest competitor to YouTube TV. But guys, it cannot be this way. Like you can't not have your shows on. What the fuck are we talking about here? That's like if Apple I mean, I guess, we've kind of seen that with like Spotify originals that aren't anywhere else. How'd that fucking go?
Right.
It didn't go that well.
It came right back.
Yeah. What happened?
You
know what they immediately had to do? They had to fucking go be like, okay, well, we're just going to offer video where you can stream it on here, and Apple can't do that yet.
Yeah.
It's just going to hurt everyone else, and then also hurt the networks. But this is so calculated the way they do this. And ABC did this a few years ago, or maybe even last year, also in the middle of football season, because they know that everyone's going to raise a big fucking stink.
College football.
We couldn't even watch College Game Day.
Yep.
We literally couldn't even watch College Game Day.
Bitching.
Oh, bitch, I was bitching.
Whole weekend.
I wanted to watch fucking College Game Day in the morning, and apparently Nick Saban was being hilarious, and we missed it. And I'm like, what the fuck? So, anyways, that happened. But luckily for anybody that's husbands are freaking out, or if you're personally freaking out like I was, Sling TV offers a $5 day pass, and you can have access to all the channels.
Yeah, we got lucky. The Steelers game was streamed on Amazon Prime. I guess. So he watched it through there, and then we were out, so we watched the Tennessee game through the bar.
So apparently, one last thing that I'm going to say about this is supposed to be a short one, is that YouTube TV and ABC are coming to a temporary agreement only for the betterment of the public for Election Day. So that way people can have access to election polls that are coming up. I think tomorrow. Alrighty, moving on to the next short story. That's probably not going to be that short. The Louvre heist of 2025. Y'all know I've been biting at my fucking nails to talk about this one with you guys. So on October 19th, 2025, thieves disguised as construction workers stole 8 pieces of the French crown jewels valued at approximately 88 million euro from Apollo's gallery from the Louvre in Paris, France, in less than 8 minutes total, with only 4 of those minutes being spent inside the fucking Louvre. On October 25th, 2 men were arrested in connection with the robbery, and 5 more have been arrested on the 29th, with most of them only having petty thefts on their record. All I have to say about this is I cannot wait for the full fucking story.
No, give me the movie right now.
I need the full fucking story. This was a very well put together heist of a bunch of petty thefts.
Have you heard the Amazon theory?
No, what's the Amazon theory?
So the heist happened, and that night at midnight, AWS goes down.
Oh,
and
you're right.
They immediately were like, this was obviously a buy-hire heist. Like, it's some giant rich collector that hired these people to come and do this. It's calculated, strategic. So if AWS goes down, what all goes down? Ring cameras.
Everything.
Amazon warehouses.
Fucking everything.
Deliveries.
Yep.
Anything that you would need to move to like
to get by without being caught.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They think it was Jeff Bezos.
Let me tell you something. I'm here for it. That conspiracy, I am here for it. I need to know this full fucking story. I hope one of these people talk. And learning that the majority of their records are just petty theft, I feel like one of them is going to snitch.
100%.
But here's the thing. When you have a heist at this level,
so when they,
you don't know everything.
When they arrested them, did they recover? Or the items are gone?
They're gone. They would have announced if they were able to recover. I think that if you guys have ever seen Ocean's, what is
Ocean's 8 with like
the one with all the girls.
Ocean's 8.
I
think.
You know, they're in they
or 11.
They get to the truck and already things being. That's how that goes, because you're immediately sprawling it out. And so there's, in addition to the millions of people that they've already arrested in connection and found in connection, there's about to be 100 more people.
Yeah.
I mean, any heist that we've ever covered that actually worked, we knew it was like a network of people. Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum, which I went to, and I'm gonna cover it on here one of these days, probably really soon, because I am itching. You guys know I love an art heist. I love
Honestly,
a heist.
I have never loved the internet and social media more than during this heist.
I know.
Like, truly,
it was so good.
It was entertaining.
It was good,
to say the least. And then, real quick before you move
Go
on,
ahead.
the detective, full get up out of a movie.
It is the most
Pink
French
Panther?
shit I've ever seen in my
It
entire
really
life.
was.
It
was
really
amazing.
is.
And he looked like he was 12.
He did. But you guys know that, you know, the history of French detecting has been numero uno, so they really can't let us down.
No, I know.
You know, you can't let us down. There's a lot of weight on the French shoulders right now.
I hope they all had cameras on them. That way I can hear their French accents.
I just want to know what, like, I need to hear from start to finish what the full story is. I need to, and look, it might be 20 years before we get the full story. One of these people is going to write a tell-all.
Yeah.
And we're going to get it one of these days. I will, trust me.
It could be 40 years from now. You'll get on mic.
All right. Story number 6 we have is Dancing with the Stars Drama and Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Night Week 8, which is tonight when you're listening to this. Me and Morgan are not going to be able, we're going to have to stream it.
I know.
We're going to have to. We're going to be at the Jonas Brothers concert. So tonight when you're listening to this is Week 8 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Night. We're going to talk about the drama on the back end of this, because there's not much we have to say really, other than just like main comments everyone's been making. But it's going to feature guest judge, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee Flava Flav. I was like, wait, I'm sorry, what? Like, but okay, I'm down for it. I'm really excited
over the
for
guest
it.
judges, but yeah.
I am over the guest judges.
But I'm glad we're having like a like technicality judge, like for fun and like vibes.
Just funsies.
Because that's what Flava Flav is going to get, vibe judging.
But I'm also just like, I would like to hear the actual judges like have fucking time, and not Derek Huff be pissed off at Carrie Ann the entire time because he can't ever get a word in. And also, like, a part of the fun of watching Dancing with the Stars is hearing Bruno's like craziness. Yeah. And I feel like we've been having to miss out on it.
When he's appropriate.
When he's appropriate. The comment that he made about the little girl
was insane.
That was that Dylan Efron's little sister?
Yes.
Yeah, like
that was
you
little sick.
But at the same time, I guess like
I didn't like
I
it.
knew what he meant. I know as soon as he said it, he wanted to actually jump off a bridge.
Yeah.
You naughty little girl. I wanted to die when I heard it. I immediately I put it on my Instagram story. Oh yeah, so if you're watching for my Instagram stories tonight, they're not going to be there until later, unfortunately, if at all. Anyways, so week 8 marks the return of the team dance competition.
I am so excited for Alex
with
team.
Team Cool versus Team Chicago, with the hosts Julianne and Alfonso actually joining the teams for the first time.
Not necessary.
Why?
Julianne just wants to be the center spotlight 24/7.
24/7.
She can't fucking take it.
And I'm tired of her. She really needs to go to some media training for the hosting abilities.
It's really bad.
It's getting really bad.
Like,
and I used to be a really big fan of her, but like when she opens her mouth recently, I'm like, please, Julianne.
Yeah.
Please wrap it up.
Bad.
Okay, so here are the two teams. We've got Team Cool with Julianne, Andy, who is the team captain, and Emma, Robert and Whitney, Alex and Val, Elaine and Alan. And they are dancing to Cool in the Gang's Celebration. And then we have Team Chicago, which has Alfonso, Danielle, who is the team captain, and Pasha, Whitney and Mark, Jordan and Ezra, Dylan and Daniela. And they are dancing to 25 or 6 to 4 by Chicago. Got to be honest, never heard of that song, and I'm pretty well versed in rock and roll.
Yeah,
so,
I've never heard of that either.
I did play it today, and I recognized the song, and it's a really good dance number.
Yeah,
like music.
Well, we know who's gonna win the fucking team dance. It's gonna be Whitney, because Whitney wins everything.
Anything that Mark has his a little stamp of approval on with Whitney beside it, we know that Team Chicago will probably be the winner.
Yeah.
But I, you know what I'm really thinking is that they are going to have Team Cool win because of the stink that has been created.
Yeah.
So here are the songs and the styles for the 8 remaining pairs for week 8. We have Alex and Val with Living on a Prayer doing the, how do you say the
Paso Doble.
Yes, Paso Doble. And it's actually the first 3 that these people are going to be doing. Three people are
lots
doing
of them.
Yeah,
Someone did one last week.
I'm gonna
too.
say
Dylan, I
PD.
think.
PD. We're gonna call it PD because I really struggle with that combo for some reason. Robert and Whitney are doing the song Inky Thump, PD. Whitney and Mark are doing No More Tears, PD. Then we have Dylan and Daniela, I'm Still Standing. Elton John, one of my faves, and they're doing a jive.
Okay, before you go on, I'm really excited that Whitney and Mark and Alex and Val are doing the same style dance this week.
Yes,
That'll be a
me too.
good
That's going to be a
judge.
good comparison of them. And also Robert, because these are our top 3 contenders.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that's who that
Yeah, but that if they're doing it all 3 back to back, if this is the real order, like, okay, should we mix it up a little bit, guys?
Yeah.
Or but no, I kind of do want to see them back to back.
because they either send Alex first or last.
Yeah, always. Then we have, I already said Dylan and Daniela. Can't speak. Andy and Emma are doing God Only Knows, contemporary. Interested to see him do a contemporary. And I wonder what style of contemporary she's going to do for him.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do kind of feel like this is going to be his last week, but I don't know because America's running strong.
I can see them saving him and sending Danielle home.
Yeah, I could see that. Or, which I would be really sad about this, Elaine, because I really do like Elaine, but I hate that she's having to like go through this. And I don't want her to go home because of an injury, but like,
That is also the way of the world, unfortunately, when it comes to competitions. Like,
it kind of sucks
if you're in a
can't
basketball tournament,
Yeah.
then and your player's out, they don't let you.
It's like fantasy football and shit.
Right? They don't let your team move to the finals because
Right.
you're out. So I don't know.
Then we
I'm
have
indifferent about that. I'm glad she got saved.
me
but
too.
Also indifferent.
She shouldn't have gotten eliminated on a week that she couldn't even show up for herself.
Yeah.
But we'll come back to Jen and Jan. Elaine and Alan are doing What the World Needs Now Is Love, Viennese Waltz. And then we have Danielle and Pasha, Dream On, Contemporary, Jordan and Ezra, River Deep, Mountain High, Jazz.
Ooh,
That's going to be really good.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see that. Now, the drama that's been going on, do you want to talk about what your predictions are for this week, or should we not even open our mouths about it?
I don't even want to open.
I don't even want to
mouth.
open my mouth about it. I think we've already said what we needed to say.
Okay.
Because like where we're at right now, other than take away Andy's, what Andy represents on the show is truly like what the show has always been, is like people coming in and we're actually seeing like progression. Unfortunately, like there's just a point where he can only do so much, and like,
Right.
And though I love having him on, guys, I vote for him every week. I'm never not going to vote for him.
Like last week, actually, he was probably like top 3 dancers.
He was. He did
Like, it
so
was
good.
so good.
I was like
The
so
theatrics of it was insane.
everything about it. And he did like go out of his comfort zone and really like push himself last week. So I do like, but we do have the haters that like anytime even on my story are just funny, like let him go, Taylar. It's just like this like fucking loving story that we're getting to watch happen, you know? And like,
And I don't hate like Whitney and everyone else for having dance experience.
No, I think that's also a part of the game
and I
too.
think that the like dance community has evolved and is very popular within the last 15 years, especially when you start throwing in like the Playhouse in Los Angeles and these big dance studios and social media.
Yes.
Because dance, like even having dance experience, it was never to this extent.
No, and
dancers now are all around dancers in
TikTok.
every aspect.
You know, like we've all been dancing for years because of TikTok. But even looking at me and Morgan have danced our entire lives.
Yeah.
Up until literally when we were in college.
And I would have no advantage there.
I would have no
Besides
advantage
knowing how
in
to
the
count
ballroom.
and having some rhythm.
And having some rhythm. That would be it. And like knowing how to point my toes. Like that would truly, and maybe having like some idea of structure and posture. But at the end of the day, like if I'm going to drop it, I'm going to drop it. I'm not a fucking ballerina.
It would be very hard now to find celebrities without dance experience.
Exactly. And that's on period. So the drama, the main things that have been going on, number 1 and 2, which is like mixed into it. We have Val and Alex's families causing a lot of drama, which really sucks.
Was it her stepmom? I didn't hear anything
Stepmom.
about Alex.
Yeah, her stepmom, you know, made a comment about Cheryl
Ashley
being
never
on
shuts her
Ozempic. And
Oh.
yeah, she was like, so Cheryl obviously gave her a 9, everyone gave her a 10. That should have been 10s across the board.
100%.
Cheryl, but let me say this though, Cheryl was scoring off of the old scoring system that she had been scored on. But I'm not even gonna lie, I did not fucking recognize Cheryl.
Yeah, I didn't.
I
either.
didn't realize it was her until I started seeing clips of her on TikTok, and then I was like, holy shit. Oh
Yeah.
my God. Not to say that she looked bad or crazy or anything. I'm just saying that she just I didn't recognize her.
I was like, I don't know who this woman is.
And granted, it's been years. Like she was on for a long time. And guys, she's really good, but she was scoring based off how they used to score. And if
Len
Lynn
Goodman.
Yes, I'm like
Glenn. Yeah, I think
I'm
that's
getting
the
my
dancer.
his last name's Goodman. Yeah. If he was still here, that would still be the scoring system. He would have started off the first week with 4s. You know what I mean?
100%.
And they did shoot it too far. So now, like, to be a 10, you have to be the most perfection that you've been the entire time. But like, they've just kind of been handing it out. So Cheryl was going off of that scoring system. And if you look at how she scored everyone else, it was true to how she was scoring everyone else. However, for the way that the show has been operating this season, she was scoring wrong.
Yeah.
And
agreed.
she was making a lot of technical calls that just they can't work with this score system that we have right now, which sucks. But anyways, Ashley, Alex Earl's stepmom, recorded a video and posted it on TikTok. She could have edited it.
She loves to do that, actually.
She does. And she said, like, okay, Cheryl, why don't you just go take some more Ozempic? And her kids, young kids, were like, what do you mean? And she's like, I mean, look at her face. Like, that's Ozempic face. Not cool. You cannot say that. Like,
that's not very nice.
That's not very kind, and it's just not fair to like comment on her body and in her face and her appearance when she's scoring. I hate it for Alex because Alex didn't say fucking shit, and people are being like against her, and it doesn't help that Val's brother fucking, oh my god, I really can't.
Mac, right?
Max, yeah, he Maks. Guys, he was in. If you're new to Nancy of the Stars, me and Morgan have been here for a minute, you knew that he was a crazy motherfucker when he was on.
Yeah, he was crazy.
He was abusive.
Whose podcast did he go on?
I think it was Vile.
Was it Val Faust?
I think. I'm pretty positive.
Shit.
Yes.
I only saw clippets, but it was just of him talking.
I'm pretty positive that's what it was.
So Val and Max have had this like ongoing, like they're both professional dancers. They both were on the show, like some of the longest dancers. And Val is very used to deterring what his brother says.
Because his brother's always a fucking loose cannon.
Yeah.
Always has been.
He just speaks his fucking mind. So he gets on whatever podcast, we think the Val Files, and he starts saying that Jan should never have been a pro. He does not have the ability, the technicality, the experience, the skills to be a pro. And so the other thing that bothered me by production actually is after the dances, they bring it up.
Yes.
And how do you feel about your brother's comments about Jan?
Exactly. It's just
like he's not his brother.
And you know, I think Val handled it like a fucking king. He said exactly what anyone said. I'm never gonna like that's my brother, that's my fucking guy.
He's allowed to say whatever the fuck he wants.
But also like, do I think it was fair? No. Now then also immediately Max backtracks after all this comes out and all the hate gets thrown on everyone. And he's like, hey Jan, I'd love to take you out for lunch. Like, I'm sorry I said that wasn't fair of me. Everyone has to start somewhere being a pro. I think the problem is, and I think this is why Jen and Jan got so much fucking shit from the judges and just from the Dancing with the Stars like inner community, because I think they were mad that they brought on him and didn't pull someone from the troupe.
Yeah.
And I think that was like an inner politics thing. And I think the reason that they chose him was because of Taylor Swift's deal with Hulu or Disney Plus to release the Eras tour. So she has some sort of contract with them. So they wanted to, a lot of these people are from in-house of ABC.
Well, and they were also doing like moves to bring in a larger audience.
Yes.
Like, yes, they're bringing in Alex Earl and the Mormon
Yes.
Wives, sure. But what other community is one of the largest on social media right now?
the Swifties.
The Swifties.
Exactly. And so
and their main dancer.
Do I think it was fair that Jen got, because Jen, though she's a strong dancer on a tiny screen, on a big screen, she doesn't have that performance gift in terms of like being able to own a whole stage like you see Whitney do. Whitney comes in and she owns every square foot of that ballroom floor. And it also helps that she's with fucking Mark, who is the king of absolutely just like spreading his energy across the floor and into the stands, because also he is the child of two of the most renowned English ballroom dancers and American ballroom dancers in history. The queen of samba is his mother.
He's a DWTS favorite.
For always
years,
has been best friends
years.
with Val and Derek Huff. They all three grew up in the same ballroom dance competitions. Mark was Julianne's partner their entire lives growing up.
They even dated.
Yes.
At one point.
So like there is so much back end tea with that. And I think that Jan coming in was a problem with the pros in the inner community of it and like the inner politics of it. And it wasn't fair that Jen got put with him. Honestly, Elaine would have done a lot better.
Agreed.
Because she has that performance. Because even though Elaine is kind of stiff in some things, and I really was not expecting her. Another person that he would have done great with is Danielle. I think that pairing was a little wrong, and I don't think that they were great, and I think it took him a little bit to like get the ropes down, and it wasn't fair to him, honestly, to be thrown in without
and it wasn't fair to score Jen off of Jan's choreography.
It wasn't,
especially because they are all BFFs.
They all are.
If there's drama behind the scenes, then guess what? The judges fucking know about it.
Because Derek's in the middle of it. Yes.
100%.
100%.
He's all up in that shit.
And it always has been that way. They, Dancing with the Stars originally was more of like a reality show. If you'll like watch the old clips and stuff. And it used to be insane, especially when Max was on.
Yeah.
Val's brother. So anyways, I'm really interested to see how this week's gonna go in the rest of the competition. I think if Alex and Val go, it'll show just like how much politics plays into this. Because Alex has been doing really good. Say what you want to about her. She's been fucking killing it.
Yeah. And so I did see, just before we finish, I did see something about Riley Arnold getting kicked off the show.
What?
Yeah, I saw it on TikTok yesterday. I don't know if it's fucking true, but it was just like, rumor has it that Riley Arnold is going to be leaving Dancing with the Stars. She is not going to be on tour, and she will be replaced with a pro with Haley.
I was going to say, was it going to be Haley that would replace? I think that was another strategic move that was happening, because who has been in all the main numbers in front and center? Haley. And look, she's brand new too,
and she's the cousin. She's the niece.
She's the niece,
the baby
of the fucking kings and queens, Jenna and Val.
Yep.
So, anyways,
T.
Moving on to the last story, one that I had to do for our special little Morgan over here, and one because you guys have been asking me and being like, wait, is Taylor becoming a Swiftie with everything I've been doing? So Life of the Showgirl, Taylor Swift's 12th studio album, was released on October 3rd, 2025, and has topped the charts since. Once again, the 12 songs released were as follows. Number 1, we have The Fate of Ophelia, Elizabeth Taylor, Opalite, Father Figure, Eldest Daughter, Ruin the Friendship, Actually Romantic, Wish List, Would, Canceled, Honey, Life of a Showgirl. And Morgan and I have ranked ours fave in order for you guys. But before we get into it, Morgan, we do have to say that, so when this first came out, me and Morgan were recording the first few episodes of season 6.
Yeah.
And there was a conversation that was had off mic the first day that it came out where we were like,
what the fuck?
What the fuck is this? Because at first, listening to this, it's just so different than what she's done in the last few years that it was just kind of like, this is not that good,
Yeah, really, and I think it did that through a lot of people.
It did. It threw a lot of people off because they just weren't expecting it. They weren't expecting the songs to be the songs that they are. Like, you think Life of the Showgirl, you're thinking like,
I was hoping, this is what I ideally was hoping for, a burlesque album.
Yes, exactly.
Give me Cher, give me Christina Aguilera from Burlesque.
That this was going to be also like about some of the, and this is some of the tea that was going on behind the scenes, but in terms of like the showgirl aspect of it all, like the industry of it all, which we did get Life of the Showgirl, Life of a Showgirl, which is the last song on the album, the best. Like whatever. Me and Morgan at first were like, what the fuck? And then when I went to Cape Cod and everything, which if you don't know what's been going on, that was actually mine and Logan's baby moon that we were taking. I listened to it the whole way, the flight there, the flight back, the whole time we were there.
I even got a Snapchat after the flight there and said, okay, I've actually been listening to Life of a Showgirl and it's kind of growing on me.
On repeat, yeah. Like, it was so good. And also, like, I just want to go ahead and, like, lay these arms down really quick because I am a fan of Charlie XCX. But hearing Taylor Swift calling her a co-core was fucking crazy. It's crazy. And, like, I just live for the drama of it all. I would not say that I'm a Swiftie, but because of, like, where this song is in my heart and, like, the memories that all these songs have for me now and like what it's done for me in this like healing journey, I really, really love this album. It reminds me of when Red came out. I was going through like a lot, being like an angsty fucking teen when Red came out, and those songs were like my fave. Loved every single one of them. Still listen to that album, but like in between Red and Life of the Showgirl, I haven't found that like album with Taylor Swift in a really long time. And I don't know if this one was just because of the time, of the happenstance, or what it was, but like I love this album. And before I tell you me and Morgan tell you my rankings, my personal opinion is that really 1 through 10, I won't, well, that's a lie. Yeah, no, 1 through 10, I won't skip. Like, they're not any that I'm gonna skip. Yeah. And my top 3 are ones that like can be in any order, just depending on the day. And I had been listening to the entire album this morning, and so 1 through 3 are just what it is for me today. But let's do 1,
well,
1,
wait,
2, 2.
So I'm very curious because my 11 and 12 I do skip. So
I skip. No, I'm saying 11 and 12 I skip.
Right, but my 1 through 10 I don't.
I am 1 through 10. I won't even skip. That's so funny that we both agreed on that. I'm interested. Let's both do what's your number 1?
Okay, my number 1 is Life of a Showgirl.
Mine's Wish List. Number 2 is Life of a Showgirl.
Fate of Ophelia.
Oh, really? Okay. I was telling Morgan this too. I really loved Fate of Ophelia until it got on the TikTok circuit, and then I was just like, fuck.
But like before, I would be vibing.
Yeah,
so I'm keeping it up there because
it's Logan's favorite. So me and him will listen to that one in the car, and I'm never gonna skip it. It's not one I'm gonna skip. Number 3, Morgan.
I have Actually Romantic.
That's my number 3. Actually Romantic. Number 4.
Wish List.
Mine's Ruin the Friendship.
Okay.
I love that song. It reminds me of a song that I used in my wedding, and I can't pinpoint it. It's the little ditty in the beginning, like of the instrumental part of it. I don't know what it is, but I also like, and Logan's like, it's actually a really fucking sad song. I'm like, I know. But the point is that I like it. Like,
yeah, it is sad.
I like the ditty.
It's on the bottom side for me, but not too far down.
Yes.
Because I love the top 10. My number 5 is probably going to throw you off.
Okay, tell me.
Elizabeth Taylor.
That's one of my skips. That's one of my skips.
I love it. And maybe I love it because when I was in Denver with Marley helping out with the babies, Augie loved it. So it's just on repeat. Elizabeth Taylor.
See, it's that first little thing I don't like.
Forever?
I'm like, I like the end of it. Yeah. So I guess I just normally if I'm right beside the phone and it comes on, I'm skipping it. Unfortunately. Okay. My number 5 is Father Figure. Okay. And that one grew on me. It went from being one that I liked, one that I didn't like, and now I like it again. But I kind of like that. I protect the family. Like,
the older sister vibes.
Yeah. I'm like, I love that one. Okay.
My number 6 is Honey.
Oh, it's number 6 is Honey. I hated Honey at first.
I did too.
And then it's come up on me just recently, like in the last week.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
Actually, it was when I was cleaning. So Saturday is when it hit me. Number 7.
Opalite.
Okay, number 7 for me is Eldest Daughter. Okay. Because I fucking hated it. I thought it was so cringy at first. And then I don't know, I'll sing every word to it. And it's like got a good, like little catchy part, like once you get into it. Number 8.
Ruin the Friendship for me.
Would for me.
Okay.
I know.
Wow.
Number 9.
I have Father Figure.
Fate of Ophelia.
Okay.
So it's not a skip all the time, but it's maybe I'm going to skip. Number 10.
Eldest Daughter.
Opalite.
Okay.
I think Opalite I like a lot more. And like I said, 1 through 10, I'm not really going to skip.
Right. No, same. I don't skip. I only skip 11 and 12. I love them all. Okay. My number 11 is Would.
Okay. My number 11 is Canceled.
And my number 12 is Canceled.
And my number 12 is Elizabeth Taylor.
Elizabeth Taylor.
I just really, like, I thought I was going to like Canceled. And, like, there's some parts in it that I like, but I can't stand. Well, I like the chorus of Would, but like I just can't. I can't
because people made such a big deal about it.
Yes.
About his dick, and I just can't.
I like the what I like about Would is I like the music. It's Jackson 5, you know, like duh, like, and I like that, and it's a upper one for me. Logan does not like Would. It makes him feel weird.
Yeah, I don't care for it, but I don't care for Canceled.
You know, honestly,
but I'll listen to them all.
I'll listen to them all, but I will skip Canceled and Elizabeth Taylor if I'm not feeling them.
Yeah.
Anyways, guys, that is our TBB for you. Kind of long, went long on that. Figured we would, but I'm back. We'll talk more about it on Thursday, which we're gonna record for you right now. Love you.
See you Thursday. Bye.